Hey everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Listen, I'm out here at the park. I'm getting some exercise in, trying to get these pounds off, keep them off. I'm not really big, but I'm just trying to keep my weight under control. So, what I have really stopped in to say is, ladies, know your worth. And what I mean by that is, know that you don't need a person to value you. You can be valued by God or even yourself. Just show up for yourself, if nothing else, and nobody else. And I wanted to share a story with you guys, or not a story, it's the truth, it's real life stuff that I went through. I dated a guy. I moved from Louisiana to Michigan, and I dated a guy. I met a guy shortly after I moved to Michigan, and I dated him for like a couple of months before he started showing abuse signs. But one things I can say is that I didn't love myself. I didn't value myself. And I had low self-esteem. So when he started showing the abuse signs, instead of me leaving and walking away, I stayed because he was giving me attention. And even though it was negative, not so good attention, I still stayed because I felt like, okay, at least somebody paying me some attention. I just felt the need to stay because the low self-esteem and not loving myself. So after showing the abuse for 2 months, we went on for years. Fast forward to years after I gave him 2 children. Abuse, and his abuse was verbal, more verbal and mental than it was physical, but he did physically abuse me as well. And I'm telling you, when I tell you that's traumatizing and that messes with your mind, ladies, I'm telling you, don't stay in nothing like that. And because it only affects the children, it affects the kids more than it affects you as a person. So I gave him 2 sons. And then we stayed together. We went on after 7 years of dating, and then we ended up getting married. And we stayed married for 8 years. And I think the only year of the whole entire relationship that I ever felt happy was that first year we got married. The first year we got married was great. When I tell you it was great, it was great. And I enjoyed it. I loved it. But then everything quickly transitioned right back into the way things were before we got married. And so he would call me Bees, you know what I mean? Bitch. That was my name. He never called me my name. He never called me little cute names like people call each other, babe, honey, sweetheart, dear, whatever. I was B. And so he would call me Bees. He would call me fat, ugly, saying nobody was going to want me and all that stuff. And you keep hearing that stuff over and over again. You start to believe that. And I did. I started believing that I was fat, ugly, and wasn't nobody going to want me. I had 3 small children at the time. And, the average guy ain't going to want to be with no woman with all them little small kids that are not his, at least in my world. I don't know about yours. If you got a good guy, a good dude that's in your life that's taking care of children that are not his and they're all like under 8, then you got yourself a good one. So I can't speak on it. I'm just speaking on my own experience. I had 3 small children, and I didn't believe that nobody would want me with them small kids, and I wouldn't expect them to. So fast forward to we had the 3 children. And then there was one particular time we got into an argument where he caulked up spit and spit it in my face. And I tell you, you don't even caulk up spit and spit in somebody's face that you don't even like really literally don't like. And so that was just so disgusting and just one of my lowest points. And I'm like, Lord, you got to get me out of this. You got to get me out of this situation. And I left and I went and stayed with my cousin for like a week, and he would come back, he would cry and apologize. And because, I loved him, how we are women, I loved him. And so I went back. Things quickly went right back to the same thing again. And then, I ended up getting an apartment. I went on to save up money in the process of being with him and the abuse and all that stuff. And I saved up enough money and I applied for an apartment and I got this apartment. He had no idea. And I moved out while he was at work. My siblings, two of my brothers and my sister, they came over there and helped me move. And I got out. I was moved fully out of that house with him by the time he got out of work. So I went on, to the new apartment, set up everything. He found out where I was at. Now, because I was in a lease, I couldn't leave like that. So, but at the end of the day, long story short, after the 30 days was up, I ended up going back. And I went back and, ooh, Lord Jesus, everything went south again. And so I said, Lord, I cannot do this anymore. I just can't. And I ended up going through process after process after process to get myself out of this situation. So this last time I did what I needed to do to get out, I met a friend, or I was introduced to somebody through my mom that lived in North Carolina. And they was like, if she really want to get out of this situation, she can come here and stay, but she'd have to sleep on the floor. And so, okay, I was like, you know what? After all I done went through, I don't care. I will sleep on the floor, but I accepted what they said. So I started the preparation of getting out without letting him know that I was getting out by, I had booked a Greyhound ticket. I gathered all my important documents, like your social security card, your ID, divorce decrees, or anything not divorce decree, because we wasn't divorced. Just different documents that I would need when I transitioned from Michigan to North Carolina. And I had all of that stuff. I had money. I had everything I needed to come and create a new life. And so what I did was I visited. I took a plane ride and I visited North Carolina first, the town that I currently live in now. And I liked it. I loved it. I said, you know what? I'm willing to give this a try because I'm tired. I'm tired of being called bees. I'm tired of him putting his hands on me, caulking up spitting in my face. Michigan gets very cold. One time I just fresh out the shower, and he pushed me outside the shower. Not out the shower. He pushed me outside the house. It's feet of snow. It's cold as I don't know what. Outside with no clothes on. And he cracked the door and I got back in. I put all my weight on that door to get back in the house, and that was how I got back in. But needless to say, that was one of the things I just kept saying, Lord, I can't keep going through this. So, like I said, I put the process in motion. I was slowly but surely putting everything together. He had no idea. And when I tell you I did that thing without him knowing anything, I did it so smoothly. But that was because God was with me. He was directing me. He was leading me. He was guiding me into what I needed to do, what I didn't need to do, who I needed to tell, who I didn't need to tell. Move in silence. A lot of times you got to keep your mouth closed and do what you got to do without telling or sharing anything with anybody. Because I'm telling you, some of the people you think you trust and have your back are the main ones that will betray you. So God literally had me in a place where I had to be silent and not share anything with anyone. Bad as I wanted to share it, because I was happy that I was getting myself in a position to be set free from this man that was, I don't even want to say he was narcissist, because a lot of people say people are narcissistic. I think narcissistic is overrated. That word is being thrown around. Come to find out, he was bipolar. He had this condition called bipolar. Nobody knew. He didn't even know. He didn't find out that he had it until after I left, because he ended up, going to get a diagnosis, because he was really taking it hard that I had left, but it was just too much. I couldn't take it no more. So back to the story about me processing. Like I said, I gathered all my important documents, booked got a Greyhound ticket, and I came and I got a 4-bedroom place, and did everything. I got a job, and I knew I was in alignment with the Lord, because when I moved to North Carolina, I was only staying with the people that allowed me to stay with them for 2 months, and I got a place. I got a job after being in North Carolina for 2 weeks, so I got a job after 2 weeks, a place after 2 months, and I got a car after a year. I had to file, your income taxes. You get your income taxes, and you file for your taxes, and then that's how I got the car. But I got my car, and I ended up leaving my sons there because I had to come where I had to come and sleep on the floor. I figured I better get a place first before I bring my children down here. So I went on and got a place, and this is how crazy he was. What he did was he ended up telling me that he was going to meet me or bring the kids down here to me, but he didn't end up doing that. He ended up using my children against me to keep me from being happy. At the end of the day, he was trying to still be controlling, and at the end of the day, he still was being controlling over everything that was going on, and I just couldn't do this. I lost a lot of weight after 2 years of being where I'm at. I lost a lot of weight, and I ended up, finding a church family to, help me in my journey and gaining a good, close, solid relationship with the Lord. And that's what helped me get through that. And I went through a lot. And I went through all of that because I did not love myself, and I had low self-esteem. I didn't think anybody would want me. He told me that stuff for so long. I believed it. But then after I gained my relationship with the Lord, he showed me who I was and showed me I was a beautiful human being, and not just my outer appearance, my inward appearance as well. And I'm so thankful that he showed me that, because at the end of the day, if he hadn't never showed it to me, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. Because I'd still be stuck in that messed up, crazy, toxic marriage/relationship. And I got on here to make this video and share it with the ladies to let you guys know, I'm telling you, if God looked out for me and he set me free and got me out of that situation, he can get you out of it too. You just got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired, okay? You got to want better for yourself, and especially your children. If you have kids involved in this, I'm telling you, they suffer from this way far worse than you. They suffer from it more than you do. So I'm telling you, your best bet is to get somebody that you trust to help you if you're scared, because that was one of the biggest reasons why I stayed. I was scared. I didn't know what to do, how to do it, but here I am, and I'm living my best life. I'm happier than I've ever been in my whole entire life, and it was all because I put me first and said enough is enough. I'm tired of being abused. I'm tired of being treated like I'm somebody's piece of trash on the streets, when I know I'm way far more valuable than that. And I would never, ever put myself in another situation like that ever again. Never. If I never get married again, which I'm open to remarriage, if I never get married again, if I never be in a healthy, whole relationship again, as long as I have my Father in heaven on my side and with me, I don't care, because he's protecting me. He's providing for me. He's keeping me. He has kept me. And I'm telling you, when I say he has kept me, he has kept me. So it's gonna be a part 2, probably even a part 3 to this. I'm getting ready to finish getting this walk in. If anybody have any questions or comments, you can personally message. You can email me. My email address is in the description box. Let me know if you in a situation like that. And if I need to pray for you and intercede for you, I will do that because I know it all too well. I know it all too well. But the good thing about it is setting yourself free. And I just pray for you. I pray and I let you know this, that I do love you. You're my sister in Christ. You're my sister, whether we know each other or not. My sister from another mother, okay? And I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. And I hope everybody have amazing Saturday. I'm going to finish this Saturday off strong with this exercise. And then I'm going to go home and get just got a lot of stuff to do. Washing, cooking, just household things. Just getting my house in order. But with that being said, I'm going to go and say goodbye. And I will see. Now, I won't see you. You will see me. Yeah, I'm going to tune in. Maybe tomorrow. I want to do a live so y'all can really ask me the questions that you need right there. I can see them right there. I'm going to set a time when I can do a live with you guys and you can chat with me. But just put in the comments a heart or something to show me that you went through that. Or if you don't mind sharing your story, share your story. And if you want me to pray for you, I will pray for you. All right, guys. Have a most amazing day, and I will tune in soon. Bye-bye.